It is truly sad that their TDS and MDS has gotten this bad. However, if they can accept it, that is good. Acceptance is the first step toward treatment, and the treatment is working with us to make America great again. Life expectancy is pretty high. There were people who were over 150 years old who were getting Social Security. That is until Elon Musk and Doge came in. Either way, we can stop giving people drugs when the manufacturer lists heart attacks as a potential side effect. America is one of the few countries that still allows these ads. If they really cannot function without America's money, that means that they are useless and helpless. President Trump's allegiance is to America and Americans. Democrats like Mr. Davies, however, instead have allegiance with any country that the deep state desires. Democrats can just give these countries money out of their own pockets. Let me break Miss Sorensen's drivel down a bit. True. I hear that was a very scary thing, but let us see how Miss Sorensen twists this. Again, that is true. When you have state-sponsored media like the USSR, this is what happens. Like NPR or any member of Operation Mockingbird. Very dangerous indeed. And people fled from the very policies that Miss Sorensen's worldview supports, and to the policies that my worldview supports. People desire freedom, not more government control. And here we have the climax with the false comparison. Zelensky is an oligarch who deserves no sympathy. He rejected the potential for a peace deal, and even kidnaps his own people. What kind of a sick monster does that? Miss Sorensen just loves her drivel. Measles, a disease so bad that you miss a few days of school. Yep. That is it. That is what they are so concerned about. And with online school, the kid will not even miss classes. You mean the initial trade war that was over lickety-split? Or the current one that is still not a major issue to normal people? Goods made in the US of A do not have tariffs. I prefer American jobs more than anything else. As such, Americans get jobs rather than those from some foreign country. Let me break Mr. Handelsman's hogwash down a bit. Nice straw man. The youngest is actually 19, and the rest are at least in their 20s. But liberals also think that Thunberg is an expert. If these people were not doing their jobs, they should be fired. A lot of them have admitted to robbing the taxpayer. That is criminal action. Again, a straw man. Mr. Handelsman just loves his hogwash. Let me isolate a few of these. They want less clothes? How stereotypical. What was that? Oh, right! They want to kill their children without consequences. Name me one right that men have today that women do not have. Or one woman that does not have equal access to education in America because of her sex. Thus, mediocre male athletes will take all of the wins in female sports. Yes, getting rid of the equalizer in the event of a mugger will do wonders. As such, I can see the king's confusion. Produce grown in America does not get tariffs. Even if it was not grown in America, they can just ship it to another country, and then ship it to America to avoid the tariffs. Let me break Mr. Bowling's gibberish down a bit. Actually, no. If you read the whole passage, not only is this about what happens in the church, her hair is the covering. Seriously, but not literally. The Eye of the Needle was an entryway into the city that was very small, and the only way inside was to unload the camel and enter. Thus, the only way to enter heaven is to humble yourself before God. It is the love of money that is the problem, not money. It is not discrimination. It is refusing to join in with sin. You cannot eat of the sacrifices of demons and share in the Lord's Supper. Choose you this day whom you will serve. Mr. Bowling just loves his gibberish. The kid will miss a day or so of school, and then he will be fine. It was not until recently that Democrats called this a death sentence. I wonder if there is anything dangerous in the measles vaccine. Side effects that we have to drag out of the makers kicking and screaming. After all, they are immune from prosecution. Yes, that Democrat, FDR, had some bad ideas. That being said, there's a huge problem with making this comparison. These camps were for all of those of Japanese descent. But only the illegals who committed violent crimes are being sent to Guantanamo Bay. The problem is that Democrats then and Democrats now apparently cannot tell the difference between who is legal and who is not. Thus, this cartoonist is comparing apples to tennis balls.